Rubberman, kung sakali mang nanonood ka ngayon o nakikinig ka, please naman baka naman pwede kang bumalik dito. Gustong-gusto lang talaga kitang ma-interview at saka makita kita ng personal.
Excuse me! Ikaw ba nagpa-fake sa akin?
Rubberman?
Kung tatanungin kita on the spot kung anong powers ng superhero na si Rubberman, anong isasagot mo? Siguro, sasagot mo parang si Elastic Man, maybe si Mr. Fantastic ng Fantastic Four, or si Luffy ng One Piece, which all have rubber-like powers. And based sa pangalang Rubberman, I won't really blame you kasi yun din ang pag-aakala ko before watching this movie. Pero nope, galing yung powers niya sa rubber shoes or sapatos niya, which kinda makes sense if you really think of it. Kasi ano nga bang tatawag mo sa sarili mo kung yung powers mo is galing sa sapatos or rubber shoes mo? Captain Rubber Shoes? Mr. Sapatos? Sneakerhead? Ikaw, anong tatawag mo sa sarili mo kung yung power mo is galing sa sapatos mo? So, this movie starts with a short foreshadowing and a kinda plot twist sa movie, which kinda impressive kasi medyo mapapatanong ka kung sino yung bata nagsa-celebrate ng birthday. And bakit pinatay yung tatay niya. And also, medyo ma-hype ka din talaga sa villain ng movie na to. Which is good kasi yung main story ng movie is super generic. Like, yung bida will get his power unexpectedly. There's a love interest na need to be saved at the end of our climax ng movie. There's also a funny sidekick that won't really do much besides moving the plot of the movie.
Snacks from Japan. First, jelly straws.
Same old story ng mga superhero film, but the reason I actually watched this movie and maybe help you to convince to watch it as well is because of Michael B. Kasi after kong panoorin ng ilang beses yung Elastic Man ni Vic Soto for my previous video, and if you're interested, you can check it as well here in my channel. He's actually one of the saving grace of that movie and helping me na matapos yung video na yon. Kasi every time na may scene siya, walang mintis. Matatawa ka talaga. And that helps me a lot. Lalo na kung yung acting ni Vic Soto sa movie na yun is like, I'm watching porn. And I'm also familiar and a fan sa mga works ni Michael B. From Bubble Gang, yung mga skits niya doon, lalo na yung mga parody songs niya like the classic DJ Bombay, It Bulaga, but I think wala na siya doon. And of course, Pepito Manaloto, na ewan ko kung gaano nakatagal. Kasi parang high school pa lang ako may Pepito na and I'm like 40 and it's still going strong. Nagulat na lang ako nung dumaan sa newsfeed ko yung newest episode ng Pepito. Yung babaeng anak niya, yung bunso, is dalaga na. And that really hits me real hard and made me realize na antanda ko na and I still haven't done anything remotely I'm proud of. And maybe that's why I'm doing this shit movie reviews in YouTube, thinking by doing this someone would tell me that and I'm doing something productive in my life. Pero si Michael P talaga yung rason.
First day of school! Handa na ba kayo? First day high! Nasasabi sa unang araw ng eskwela. Taas kamay with confidence. Let's go the first day high! Umaabaw sa talino. To the baby high! Tumayaman si Papa. To the sassy high! Pag mahilig ka sa sports. To the every high! Kung cool ka sa stig. To the Rambo high! Pag solid sa bain. To the night sky high! Itaas ang kamay with confidence. Basta!
And that's why I kinda got curious about this movie kasi while doing and watching the Elastic Man video, nakita ko yung Rubberman movie being suggested and nakita ko si Michael B yung bida and decided to watch it. Impressed na in his earlier career, wala pa ding mintis si Bitoy. Even on this movie, kahit totoy na Michael B or Bitoy ang babati sa'yo sa movie na to, you can expect na it's still entertaining and fun to watch. Even the main story ng movie is kinda generic. So after that opening scene, makikilala natin dito si Miss Gloria Romero, which sadly just passed away last January 2025. Bless her soul. So si Gloria Romero is a psychic manghuhula on this movie and tita ni Michael V na nagpalaki sa kanya. Kasi in this movie, as I stated earlier, it's a generic story. So following generic superhero backstory, both of Michael V's parents are dead And si Miss Gloria Romero is like Uncle Ben ni Michael B. An old mentor na i-guide si main character. But beside being a mentor, meron siyang parang B-plot or side quest in this movie kasi she's the one who's communicating sa kaluluwa ng huling may-ari ng sapatos. And before natin pag-usapan yung sapatos, andito din pala si Alan Kay. So Alan Kay as Baldo, friend and business partner ni Bitoy sa repair shop. His role here is kinda okay. He's the one na nakakita at nagbigay ng sapatos kay Bitoy. And he's also a friend ng love interest ni Bitoy sa movie na to. So technically, he's here to move the plot of the movie. Kasi after niya maipakilala si Beth Tamayo.
Yeah! Yeah! Papi, ¿cómo te llamas tú?
Jonier.
Y amor, ¿cómo te llamas tú?
Miguel.
Eso a mí. ¿Cómo tú vas a
Papi, pero espérate, ya relájate.
decirme eso a mí?
Pero ven acá,
Dame
espérate,
que son
espérate,
hombres.
espérate,
Dame
que
que son
yo
hombres.
creo que me confundí. ¿Cómo te llamas tú?
Miguel.
As a friend kay Bitoy, mawawala na lang siyang parang bula sa movie na to and mag-appear na lang siya bigla sa ending, which is not bad kasi his scene here in sa movie is also good, like the back and forth niya kay Dick Israel. And speaking of love interest, Beth Tamayo, I didn't expect na magkakaroon pa ako ng crush sa artista at my age, pero damn, Beth Tamayo is fine as hell on this movie. May paghawig siya ni Ana de Armas, and her role sa movie na to is actually great kasi it's kinda flesh out yung character niya dito as Jessica. Kasi besides sa pagiging love interest ni Bitoy and ng main villain ng movie na to, siya yung batang nagse-celebrate ng birthday sa opening scene ng movie and anak nung namatay na lalaki na may gamit ng sapatos. To think of it, alam kaya ni Balbalbin or ng main villain na si Jessica yung anak nung nagnakaw ng sapatos niya? Kaya niya pinupurso si Jessica to maybe help him locate saan tinago ng tatay ni Jessica yung sapatos, or maybe nagandahan lang talaga si Balbalbin kay Jessica, which I won't really blame him. It's actually kinda the plot twist of the movie na si Jessica pala yung anak nung namatay sa start ng movie na may gamit ng sapatos, which to be honest, kinda surprising on this kind of movie, having this kind of flesh out story para sa love interest ng main character, having some kind of plot twist at the end for her not just being a damsel in distress sa movie na to, which I really like na they put some effort on her character. Speaking of the main villain or super villain, Balbalbin slash Mandreco, played by Dick Israel. Dito lang talaga ako na-disappoint sa movie na to. Here comes the rant part of this video. Kasi I like yung Balbalbin na character ni Dick Israel dito. And to be honest, I prefer this character as the main villain on this movie. Pero sadly, it's a superhero film or movie. At the end, dapat may superhero versus super villain ending with explosions.
Nagyayaya ang ngiti, di na nga mapakali. Halika na, tara na, doon na nga ang punta. Labas lahat ng ngipin, sumasayaw sa tuwa. Ganyan ang feeling kapag bida ang saya. Bida tayo, san bida ang bata.
His alter ego Mandreco is the super villain sa movie na to, which kinda teased at the beginning of the movie, and to be honest, I was actually hyped because they kept teasing his appearance all throughout the movie, pero it all kinda fall flat when he was introduced. Kasi nung nagpakita na siya, almost end of the movie, there's no backstory about him, like saan galing yung powers niya, and yung transformation niya ba is part ng costume power. And this is another issue I have on this movie, yung powers nila. Kasi in this movie, it seems si Mandreco yung original na may-ari ng sapatos and parang ninakaw or tinakas lang nung tatay ni Beth Tamayo yung sapatos. And to add, it seems yung buong costume ni Mandreco is my powers, which is kinda interesting. Pero kasi all this information is being dumped sa mga nanonood at the end part na ng movie, which is for me super disappointing kasi they could actually expanded the lore of the costume ni Mandreco, paano nakuha or paano napunta sa tatay ni Jessica yung sapatos, and maybe explain the other part ng costume kasi yung parang gloves niya is like ray gun, and yung damit niya or cape ba yun gives him flying powers, and again yung transformation niya ba is also part ng costume power. And to me, sobrang interesting kasi ni Mandreco and the costumes, and sana kahit pa paano binigyan nila ng lore either si Mandreco or kung anong-anong powers binibigay ng costumes, and it would actually make the movie more interesting. Speaking of powers, yung sapatos, which is the main plot of this movie, is also kind of weird kasi it seems yung sapatos has his own mind, and originally nung unang best na pinanood ko to, kala ko yung kaluluwa ng tatay ni Jessica yung asa sapatos, pero hindi. So it means yung other part ng costume ni Mandreco has their own minds. And yung powers ng sapatos is kinda all around kasi it gives Bitoy super jump, super speed, tas it can sense danger, parang spider sense ni Spider-Man. Tas may scene sa movie na to na kinda get me confused kasi nung ini-inspect ni Bitoy yung sapatos, may nakasulat na catchphrase sa sapatos which is rubber time. And I thought nung una dun manggagaling yung transformation niya, like he's getting his own superhero costume, pero hindi. Kasi all throughout the movie makikita nyo paiba-iba yung costume ni Bitoy which most likely ginagawa niya lang. So what's the point of that scene? Kasi kala ko din parang super move niya yun, para bang super ganon na gagamitin niya sa ending, pero nope.
You win.
Speaking of the ending, which is the part na super disappointed ako kasi like I mentioned earlier, super in-hype nila si Mandreco as the final boss and climax ng movie, which already fall flat. And they wasted yung character development ni Beth Tamayo dito kasi in the end, she's still going to be a damsel in distress na kailangang iligtas ni Bitoy. Yung nakakatawa pa is every time na ipapakita si Beth Tamayo, she's like sitting there awkwardly making faces. Real reason I'm disappointed kasi yung first part ng laban ni Bitoy at Mandreco is actually fun to watch. Yung scene na obvious na hinihila sila sa mid-air fight scene nila, yung Kenkoy fight scene ni Bitoy against sa mga minions ni Bulbulbin, I actually enjoy it. Pero yun nga, after mag-transform ni Mandreco sa final form niya, that's where the ending went to shit. Nung una, kala ko ginamit ni Bitoy yung super niya na rubber time, pero nope, after watching it multiple times, they kinda went to it na lang. Kasi yung special effect na ginamit nila sa fight scene na to, it's the same effects nung rubber time ni Bitoy. And yung last part nung laban nila, para silang batang nagsisigawan. That's why I don't know bakit di na lang nila tinapos yung laban na parang first part nung di pa nagta-transform si Mandreco. It's cheesy, yes, pero at least may action pa din nangyayari. And the most confusing part is bigla na lang may mag-a-appear na dagger or kutsilyo for Bitoy na I don't know where the fuck that came from, na ginamit niya para talunin si Mandreco. It's like di nila alam paano tatapusin si Mandreco, and someone from their writing team said na may bigla na lang mag-a-appear na dagger in front of Bitoy and we won't give any explanation where the fuck it came from, and gagamitin niya yon para saksakin and talunin si Mandreco, and we will call it a day, pack it up, we're all going home. And they all agreed and said, fuck it, we're doing it live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
And the last scene is kinda okay. Doon yung malalaman na tatay pala ng character ni Beth Tamayo yung namatay sa umpisa. And again, she's the kid na nagsa-celebrate ng birthday sa umpisa or opening scene ng movie na to. And dito nyo ulit makikita si Alan Kay. And the saddest part ng movie is wala man lang kiss si Bitoy kay Beth Tamayo. Like, bruh, Bitoy almost died trying to save you. Maybe just a peck. All in all, the movie is entertaining and I highly recommend watching it. Kasi from the start to finish, I actually enjoy watching it besides the last fight scene, of course. Kung interested kayo sa movie, merong full movie dito sa YouTube. Search nyo lang Rubberman Michael B. I think that's all for me. Maglalaba pa ako. Thanks. Bye.
Sir, tapos na po.